Plaintiff Inaria Street says she and the defendant used to be good friends, and they like to go out partying together in Detroit. Inaria says she and the defendant planned a vacation together, and Inaria paid for the defendant's plane ticket. But the defendant backed out and now refuses to repay. Defendant Yvette Hemphill admits that she and Inaria were good friends until Inaria had sex with Yvette's boyfriend. Yvette claims she discovered the relationship was going on once her boyfriend confessed that he had sexy pictures of Inaria. And that's why Yvette backed out of the trip.
Tell me what happened.
About a couple years ago, Yvette and I met through a mutual friend, which is my witness, Danielle. Me and Yvette clicked really good. So we started hanging out. We would shop and party, do our little girly stuff together. We live pretty close to each other. She lives in Jackson, I live in Lansing. So we would take trips to Detroit and stuff and go hang out at Belle Isle and things like that.
Belle Isle is the city park, so folks don't know.
Oh, yeah. Detroit, Belle Isle.
Okay.
Yes. Actually, we only stopped talking because of a boy, and that's why we're here today.
Okay. What happened?
She's accusing me of stealing her man.
He was of age, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Too much age.
Oh. Okay.
A little bit too much
That's
age.
why you call him boy. He wasn't a real man yet.
Right.
All right.
That's close enough to a man.
Let me hear your side.
Well, basically, like she said, we met through Danielle. We would all go out, party, club, like she said, in Detroit. Whatever club was jumping, we was there. So, we getting our Beyonce on, whatever the case may be, But Danielle ended up having a kid, so it was more easier for me and Inaria to go out and party, whatever the case may have been. I thought that she was a good friend of mine, and then
How
until
old
I
are you
found
all?
out
22.
I'll be 24 in June, so I'm 23. But
How often you all go to Detroit to party?
Quite often.
every
Then
weekend.
before I started they picked up the hours at my job, we were going like every week, at least once a week.
My daughters are about you all's age. You don't never see my daughters down there.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. We could be partying.
Maybe.
All right. If you run into Jade
Maybe we.
or Kamara Mathis,
I'm going to ask. I'm like, I'm
let
going
me
to
know
tell your
what was-
dad
Let me
right
know
now.
what was going on now.
Okay, we'll keep an eye
I
on
don't care
her.
about my boys. They can handle their stuff.
How old are they?
How old are your boys? Good.
Single over here though.
18 and 19. So I don't know. Y'all like boys. So.
But they too young for me. No, I like men.
All right. So what happened? You all used to party and hang out, and then what?
Basically, I thought she was my good friend until I found out that she slept with my boyfriend. You know, how are you supposed to be my girl and then you messing around behind my back? She done seen us together plenty of times. So
What convinces you that she was seeing your boyfriend?
basically, I got a call in October saying, oh, yeah, your girl crazy, da-da-da-da-da. She just sent the police up here to my job. And I'm like, she did what? Who are you talking about? He was like, Inaria. She sent the police up here to my job talking about I took some crazy photos of her. And I'm like, okay, so what type of photos were these? And he went into details or whatever. And I'm like, so if you took these type of photos, then apparently y'all must have been intimate. So is that the case? Because this all started back when I even heard anything about it. I got a call. She called me back, I think it was July 4th. She was like, yeah, some guy just had messaged me on MySpace, asked me, did I want to go out for drinks? She's like, okay, yeah, we're going to go out for drinks. And after I was like, well, describe him to me. She describes him. Sounds like my boyfriend. So I'm like, okay, well, that's my boyfriend. She's like, no. I'm not going to lie, So I'm like, you done seen us together. You done seen us at the club together, whatever the case may be. Don't go out with him. I was under the understanding once we got off the phone, they weren't going out for drinks or nothing. I called him after we got off the phone like, so, wow, you hitting up my girl? And she's on this was off of MySpace. She was on my top friend. So how wouldn't you not know, that we were kicking it, that we were close or whatever? And apparently they had been messing around from that night when she said that he contacted her on MySpace to October 4th when I found out about everything. And then that's when I called her and told her I don't want to go on a trip. What I look like going on a trip to Trinidad with somebody that I can't even trust that messed around with my boyfriend. That's
Okay, and that's what the plane ticket is about, that, and obviously you must have paid for it, but do you want to respond before getting into the plane ticket
I
you're suing her
sure
for?
do, Your Honor. She is such an exaggerator. Let me tell you, Your Honor.
Am I?
Yvette is such an exaggerator. First of all, it was not her boyfriend. She seems to think that if you get somebody's number and you date them, and even if they did mess around, they never had a serious relationship.
It don't matter, but
they never had a serious relationship. And when they dated, it was supposed to have been before I had even met her. She had met him years
but I
before.
was still talking to him while
she just over-exaggerated the whole situation because one, I wasn't trying to make him my boyfriend. That was not the thing. We were just dating. He would take me and my friends. I'll pay for everything. So cool. Who wouldn't want an older man
with me,
giving them money and all this other stuff? And which Yvette did know that I went to have drinks with him because I talked to her on the phone.
And you said
while I was getting dressed, and I told her that I was going to get a friend of mine just to be safe to have somebody with me. She knew about it. She did not say anything the whole time. Because she said nothing else about it. She said nothing else about it. So to me, it wasn't her concern because of the type of person she is. She's a partier and stuff. She's always getting dudes' numbers and stuff. She's always talking to different dudes. So why are you concerned with one?
Was it her boyfriend or not?
It was not her boyfriend, Your Honor.
It don't matter if he was not my boyfriend. Me and him have been kicking it for over 3 years.
Is that
on
true?
and off. It don't matter if he wasn't my boyfriend.
The point that we were cool, Your Honor. But we wasn't best friends. We wasn't like sisters or nothing like that. It was just basically a strictly party and shopping relationship.
But you knew she was dealing with this guy for 3 years.
No, I didn't, Your Honor. I did not know until she said something on the phone.
Was that before or after you took the pictures?
Before he said something about taking the picture. I knew nothing about the pictures. See, she's not telling the whole story. He lied to me, I guess, to silence me. To keep me from saying anything, I guess, because we found out that he's still with his baby mother, Your Honor. Okay. So to silence me from saying anything.
You took the pictures?
No, I did not. He lied to me and told me that he took the pictures of me.
Okay, he didn't have any. All right, I'm just making sure. Because I can't have women who out here taking nude pictures.
He didn't have any.
For my son. You wanted me to bring my son. Y'all want to see my son. This is one of my sons.
We're going to nurse him back to health. I see
nurse him back to health. He's a good looking joker, isn't he?
Yeah, a little cutie pie. Mm-hmm. I ain't trying to go to prison.
But he don't mess with you. He already jumped out one window. You see his arm. Messing with some woman and she ran him out. All right. Thank you, son. I just wanted you to see whether, So you never took the pictures?
No, Your Honor. What he was trying to do was to keep me from saying something to his girlfriend. He wanted to be like, oh, I got some dirt on you. But that's why the police were involved. He didn't.
Did you see any pictures?
No, this was all over the phone.
He's running game on you.
Back and forth.
He's running game on both of you.
And that's why I'm not dealing with him no more.
Tell me the circumstances in which you believe she owes you for the trip.
Your Honor, she owes me. My mom purchased our credit cards of June of last year. Because my mom purchased our whole family's ticket. She purchased my dad's, my brother's, my sister's. So she went ahead and purchased Yvette's ticket with a verbal agreement that me and Yvette will pay for our own tickets. What happened was Yvette did not make a payment. Like July had came and it was like nearing the end of July and she had not made a payment. My mom said something. She was like, hold on, your friend ain't gave me no money. So you need to call her and say something. So I called and I talked to Yvette and she told me that she was going to open up an account at the bank that she works at and she will put $100 in there so I can just, take money off of the debit card. And so that way I can just give it to my mom like that way. And she only made 2 payments, one of $100, one of $50, which that right there states that she knew that she was supposed to pay that ticket back. And she knew before we purchased the tickets that they were non-refundable.
I did not know that they were non-refundable.
Did you agree to pay for them?
I did agree to pay for it. But then when I was about to go, I hadn't even bought my passport or anything. When I was about to buy my passport and make another deposit, that's when I get the call from him like, yeah, your girl's crazy, da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, okay, hold on.
So why won't you pay her money? If your only defense is that she betrayed you with this man, and now you're saying the man is no good, he's been running game, so how do you allow that man to come between your friendship?
She already went on the trip.
And you didn't try and discuss it with her before canceling the trip?
I called her and told her that I didn't want to go on October 4th. I was like, I don't want to go anymore.
But the ticket had already been paid for?
Yeah.
July.
Well, I never had any proof of a ticket. I never got a email.
She never asked for one. She never.
But I didn't feel that I should have to ask.
She never asked.
Your witness want to speak?
She can, Danielle.
State your name.
My name is Danielle Ross. Mm-hmm. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
What's going on? Like they said, I'm the one who introduced them. Me and Yvette used to be best friends. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why we're not best friends anymore.
Because she owes you money.
No, she didn't owe me money.
Right. Same reason, Your Honor.
It's the same reason, overdue. Like she said, I do have a kid. It was 07. I mean, we speak, you know what I'm saying? We cool, but back in 07, it was like a very tough time. It was a young man.
What clubs y'all going to? They got a shortage of men?
No,
There's
Jackson
only one
has a
man
shortage.
at the club?
Yvette talks to everybody.
Oh, I talk to
Your
her.
Honor.
And so do you.
So,
When
okay,
we're
so
in the
it-
club,
Right
and she's
next to me.
pointing at
Okay.
different people like,
So
okay,
she
I
talks to all the men, so inevitably
my thing is,
every man y'all talk to.
I'm not saying that she sleeps with all of them, but she thinks if she had a conversation, they exchange numbers,
Or they
that they're
exchange
off
numbers, you
limits.
can't talk to them. No,
You cannot
my
do
girls
that.
can't talk to you. You know what I'm saying?
cannot
Like,
do
we
that.
had a conversation.
Shake the hand and say hi. Y'all is out of
That's it.
bounds.
No, it's
That's
not
it.
even like that. It's not even like that.
Your Honor, that's it.
Just like a
But
quick
she the
rundown
same way
with
when
us.
I go and party with them in Lansing, though. So
Not even.
Shake hands and can't
Yeah.
speak to the
Oh,
guy.
that's-
I'm
talking
not
to
like
him.
that.
I'm talking
I
to
can wear it like this. I can go to the club like this, and if I get talked to or not, I don't care. I know what I am. I look good regardless. So I don't have to have a guy in my face. I keep it pushing.
How old
I keep
are
it
you?
what you trying to say?
I'm 23. I'll be 24 too.
Did you like my son?
He was cute. I mean, he'll be a friend.
Trying to pawn him off.
Hold on,
But you
but
have
do we
to
got
have
a
some.
job?
You have to
though?
have some money.
Oh, I do. I have my own.
You can take care of them. Good enough. Then I'll bring you backstage as soon as this case is over. Ma'am, you don't have a legal defense to not repaying this debt that you agreed to repay. Just because you chose not to go because you suspected that she might be dealing with your boyfriend, lover, whatever he might be to you, and you never really had the discussion with her to try and come to a mutual agreement on the tickets. You just stiffed her, quite frankly, or stiffed her mother. Did you pay your mother for the ticket? I can't.
Yes, I did. And I have a notarized statement from my mother
right.
stating that I did pay her back
Let's see.
in full for Yvette's ticket. I also have the credit card statement from the charges. And I also have her reservation credit that she has to fly with the airline
Let's see it.
for a year.
Oh, okay. See, so you're going to pay for something that you can still use.
I hope it's not the Trinidad. I don't know nobody out there.
Well, take
was
that,
just
Go wherever
with
she
her.
want to go.
Oh, okay.
take that young man with you that broke up you on
Yeah,
friendship.
right. He ain't going nowhere with me.
$425 is your judgment. She has no legal defense to breaching the contract that she agreed to meet. Have a good day, ladies.
I didn't think that things were going to be this serious, and hopefully we can get past this because it's ridiculous. It's petty, and we need to just move on from this.
I feel the same way. It's not that serious the whole thing was kind of like a joke, fighting over a boy. I'm way beyond that. We are too grown to be arguing over something stupid like that. So, lesson learned.
Sorry.
Sorry. We'll make up. I want to.